Give me 249,768. All right, oil change done, and maybe a couple new subscriber. They saw my logo in the back and they're like, oh, they asked me a bunch of questions, so I give them my channel. One thing that I didn't know when I started living in a van is the amount of questions I would ask myself every day. From the simple, where I'm gonna throw my garbage today, to where I'm gonna sleep. There's also a difference from living in a house and living in a small van. I think I was at the store for like half an hour. I'm not even sure if it's probably even more than that. I couldn't find anything. I was like, where is this in the store? Oh, I get everything now. I hope so. This happened quite often. You know, I probably do grocery because I don't have so much space in my van, so much storage for all the food. I cannot buy like a full grocery for a week. I do have a lot of food, like if I was stuck for several weeks, you know, I can eat rice, have flour, you know what I mean? I can make something else and survive. But if in terms of like having fresh product and, you know, having like a little different fruit and different veggie, if I buy like a lot, like a bulk or something, it's just gonna take too much space. So I'm at the grocery quite often, and because you travel, you always in different grocery, and it may sound a little bit ridiculous to say that, but when you don't travel, you don't think about that, or at least I never thought about that before I started van life. But it's get a little frustrating sometimes. You going to a new grocery, you don't know where things are. Even a big brand slightly change things, you know, so you're like, oh, where is this, and especially when I'm vegan, like, you know, things are sometimes a little bit harder to find the vegan section. I'm like, where's the tofu, where is this, where's that, I want this. Yeah, so I was just spinning around, turning around, like, where's that, all right, I think we're good though. Alright, let's organize things here. I remember when I buy my fridge, people were just like, oh, I mean, you don't have enough space for your fridge. I do have plenty of space, even if I think it's a 32 liter. It's not huge. You need to do grocery maybe a little bit more often than usual, but it's not that bad. You just need to place things when you do have a fresh grocery store. And sometimes, like apple, I don't have to leave that in the fridge, so I'm gonna put that out. And hello, and I know I do have a lot of plastic bag. It's just easier. Things just get easy to put out. They don't make a mess in my fridge. So yeah, I do carry plastic bag. I reuse them, don't worry, but yeah, it's just easier to keep some food fresh too as well. They don't like freeze along the side here in the winter, especially when it gets cold. And yeah, it's just easier that way. And the rest is just my banana, apple. I can leave that out obviously. And I do have potatoes, that too can stay out. Everything that you see like in the fruit section, like in the middle, can stay in your van without being in the fridge. That's what all the vegetables that I was using when I didn't have a fridge, that's what I was doing. And yeah, they last longer, especially in this time of year where it's not too hot. You have no problem. And sometimes I just leave the bag open if I don't want them to sweat on a hot day. But it's still quite cold right now. Alright, I'm gonna make myself a little dinner. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time in this parking lot before I look for a place to sleep. I'm not sure where I'm gonna sleep tonight, but this parking lot, I think I can stay 4 hours. Do they have a sign? Maybe in the entrance. I saw most parking lot is 3 to 4 hours. I never had problems, even if you stay a little bit longer. But I try to follow those rules each parking lot, just because I do have a camper van, and obviously it's a little bit more visible than a small little car. So we're gonna stay here until it's dark. I'm gonna make myself a little lunch, and you'd be surprised how much time we spend in parking lots. Van life, it's a parking lot from parking lot. People think we go to beautiful campsite place. Yes, we do, obviously. But in the everyday, it's quite often parking lots, to be honest. Just because, you know, it's closed from grocery, it's closed from everything. Sometimes it's better for internet, depending on what type of internet device you have. And sometimes we have to stay in the town just to pick up mails, or just regular. I know some people actually live more in the backcountry than I do, but sometimes they're gonna have more space into their van for food, things like this. So I made my warm potato salad. I mentioned that several times on my channel. It's also available on my cookbook. Thank you so much for all of you who purchased the little cookbook. I really appreciate it. And this is probably one of my favorite dish. I made it slightly different every time, but the base is pretty much the same, but I love it. It's so good. Alright, we're gonna go scout for a place to sleep tonight. I never slept in this town, so let's try to find a place. So I'm gonna drive close to our apartment building. I think it's gonna be the first spot that I'm gonna look at. And maybe commercial area. That's one of my go-to. Yeah, sounds great. Alright, we're gonna look this road here. It's got apartment building, but I think that's gonna be a no-go. So all that street is for them. It's gonna be a no-go. This parking lot right beside here could be an option though. Let's try something better. See in the back here. I mean, if this truck sleep here, could be a good option though. So would not be a best thing, but there's an apartment building here and a parking lot which doesn't look like it have any number. Like obviously a parking lot which they have like a specific number for each car, it's obviously a no-go. But maybe further down. I'm gonna try to find something a little bit better, but could be an option. Could be. Alright, this look more promising now. So apartment building here. There's more townhouse. Townhouse is good too. It's not that bad. I'm just gonna drive around this neighborhood and see what I feel like. That being said, I could sleep right where I am right now. It seems to be the busiest road though, so sometimes it's nice to be a little bit tucked away. There's a ton of place to sleep. It just depends on how picky I am, to be honest with you. It's not a matter of finding place, it's just what I feel is the best, you know? It's like, so this one, oh, no, maybe not. Maybe try something else different. So, there's a ton of place here. Like, ton of parking. Could try to find a place between those cars somewhere. So right here along this road could be another great spot too as well. There's a camper here, but I don't think he's sleeping in it. Maybe he is, who knows. But right along here could be a great spot. The only place that it's a big no for me, it's in front of a house. A townhouse, it's a little bit better. Apartment, no problem. People don't see any, they don't look, you know, it's got a different car. They don't know it's a big apartment. I like newer apartment because sometimes you don't have the sketchy people, which doesn't matter. I mean, you can be in a nice area with sketchy people, but sometimes too nice area, they're gonna be a little bit prone to look in their street. So sometimes it's a good, sometimes maybe not the greatest. I don't know. I never had any problems, so I just really go with my feelings, guys. So I'm gonna find a place to sleep. Pretty close from here, I think. Let's see the street. Yeah, a ton of place everywhere, guys. Alright, I'm gonna sleep here. I should be alright, hopefully. There's always even in a place that welcome you, you're never sure. You know, one day they can decide, oof, no, we don't allow you. Yeah, it's one of the things that you live with when you live in a van. You kind of like always, you never think about it. Like, it's not something that I think, you know, maybe I'm gonna get a knock, because I never had one so far, but it's always a possibility. I mean, if that happened, just like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought I was alright to sleep here, I'm sorry, I'm gonna move. You just move. It's not the end of the world. Alright guys, I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna relax here and go to bed, and I will see you in the next one. I'll leave you with Kitty, obviously. Kitty! You want to give them a kiss? You want to give them a kiss? Oh, a bump? That's not a kiss, Kitty. Yeah, give a kiss. You want a kiss? Do you want a kiss? Kitty. Kitty, do you want a kiss? Ah, you just give a bump. There you go. You wanted a kiss. Aww. I love you, kiss, baby. Thank you.